I like you. You're good people. The lady in the pink top. I like you. You're the essence of my show. You're just very happy. I'll get to you in a bit. I just like you. You're very happy. Did you win some money? Or you're just happy to see me? Because I have that effect on people. Just say, are you happy to see me? Oh, you've been here before. And you loved me so much, you came back again. Always say these things. When you see me, sometimes you don't say these things. You assume that I'm engaged or married, and it's not always true. I mean, now it is. Okay, that time you saw me before, when was it? How many months ago? Last week. Oh, I was married then, forget about it. That was a few months ago, so just forget about it. I was so married then. All right, cool, guys. I'm about to bring up a friend of mine. I was tempted to say fantastic gentleman, but I'm not sure he's a gentleman. But he's a fantastic guy. Fantastic guy. He has a bit of the upbringing that I have, as you will find out. But as usual, when I bring these guys on, I can say many things about them. I can qualify them with many adjectives. But usually, I prefer to let the video speak for me first before I get into them. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to present you this video. Please enjoy yourselves.
Lights, camera, and Kunle Afolayan. His movies, they say, are outstanding and completely indigenous. His quality is way ahead of the usual Nollywood product. What more to expect from the son of a veteran and pioneer Yoruba actor, Adeyemi Afolayan? He has been around a lot in movies and on TV.
Really? Are you serious or you're joking?
And is very highly rated. He's a skilled director. Afolayan is an economist by education, and he started out working in banking while doing some casual acting before deciding to move into full-time movie making and taking a course at the New York Film Academy. He has made several extremely popular titles, including Irakpada and The Figurine, which won 5 awards at the African Movie Academy Awards. Kunle is ever resolved to take the Nigerian movie industry to even greater heights.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me onto the Tajibe Face Show, Kunle Afolayan.
I love you. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh, I love you. Kilo si, ope opo kari opo. I love you, ma ope. Kilo si, ope opo kari opo. I love you, ma ope.
Brother me. Brother me.
Oh my God.
We'll try not to lose you in this conversation. As I told you, Kunle and I have some roots that both of us share. We speak language and it's going to freak some of you out, but we're going to try to carry you along. My brother.
Boy.
You're looking good.
Trying to, other people are not in bad time.
yeah, I have that. We're in London for, incidentally, Sadio Gidon's movie premiere.
Yeah.
Sadio Gidon again had deceived us to follow him to London, halfway around the world. And then we're in London and we're going for the premiere and I had these shoes. And Kunle was like, I have these same shoes. I'm like, really? And here you are wearing them.
More, I thought you were going to wear the same, so I said, yeah,
you know the funny thing, I was going to wear the same thing this morning, but as I was wearing red trousers, I thought it would be a bit too much. That I had to tone it down with black shoes. So that's what I did. Did you agree? I thought it would be a bit too much. She agrees with everything I say. I love you too. She agrees with everything I say. Everything. Am I the tallest man you've ever seen? Yeah, I agree. All right, bro. Fantastic what you're doing. I mean, you leave being an actor more or less. I mean, I know once an actor, always, you're still an actor, but you leave it more or less and you go into directing. And you're not just directing anyhow films. Permit me to say that. It's a term we use here, anyhow films. You're not just directing mediocre type films, which is usually like the order around here. You're directing top-end films. So there are many questions in that. The first one is, what made you decide to cross from in front of the camera to behind the camera, first of all?
Okay, well, I'll say the industry needs a change. You know, the industry needs a revolution, and most of the time we all sit and condemn or criticize. You know, most of those in forefront who are doing this thing. And I said to myself, yes, of course, I'm an actor. I'm still an actor. You know, but for me to really tell my own side of the story, then I need to cross to the other side, or find a way to blend.
You make that sound as if you intend to cross to the other side. When people talk of crossing to the other side,
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
You know, so but you know, acting is something that, of course, if you have the talent, you have it, and you can always feature. And if you have a good director, like, you know, I'm not sure you're a good, fantastic actor, or rather, I'm not sure you're so talented.
Oh, I'm a terrible actor. I'm a hopeless actor.
But a great director, you know, like, presented you to the world in the best, you know, possible way. And I'm talking of Tade Ogidon.
Yeah.
In, you know,
wait, there are things you don't know about that film. See, okay. There are things you don't know. Yeah. While I agree that I'm not the world's best actor or close to it, I was helping Tade Ogidon's career.
Okay.
He came to meet me in school and pleaded with me that he had this movie to do. And I said, well, if I can't support young Nigerians like you know? What can I do? So I helped him. And now you see, did you want Diamond Drink? It was my community service.
Yeah.
To this man from Ondo State or somewhere.
So, you know, but directing is something you need to learn.
Yeah.
You know, and before I, you know, like jumped into it, I studied it, because it's not good enough that, okay, Babami as an actor, or I grew up, you know, learning on the job. For me, people like Tade Ogidon, people like Tunde Kilani, they all studied, you know, this thing, which is why their work will always stand out, you know, among the, you know, the other works that we see. You know, so I studied it, and for me, our heritage is very key. You know, we need to preserve what we have, and the only way is to document them. You know, because today I see some of my father's films, and I'm like, and I see the, you know, Babawa and Daoniliola, all these people, and you know, they're still living, and you know, they still have the same, agility, they still have the same zeal, you know, and passion for this work, and you know, that is what has gotten me to where I am today. What I see around me, yeah.
And this is what I love, and this is what we're talking about. If you hear Kunle Afolayan speak English, if you hear him speak grammar now, at this point you're convinced that the man is Ivy League. The entire son, no, you have to have a balance of both, and that is the sad thing about our country these days. We're raising this new generation who don't speak any of the traditional languages, and you think you speak English, but the truth is that when you come up against those who really speak the English, you can't even stand toe-to-toe with them. And the man can do it both sides, and that just blows my head every time. Every time.
Thank you so much.
I should have him do some Benga Deboy for you. Just lose your mind. We just sit down and then he sings Fuji and he can sing Shino Peters like crazy. Wo jadara Shino Diewo. Jada boys and girls. Oh yeah.
I love Zagbo Sino. Mommy and Daddy. Oh yeah. Yalo Zagbo Sino. If your lomo gave you kebejo, don't fire Joe. Afro Juju Center, unlimited faji's. Our boys lonely, yeah.
That's what we're saying. We can play both sides of the divide. Throw us in Nigeria, we're home. Throw us overseas, we're there. And that's the balance that everybody needs to have. And your father was, you know what, before I talk about his father, do we have the video here? I know we're supposed to have a video. Do we have the video? Can we get the video now?
I love you, taxi driver. I love you, taxi driver. I need you, taxi driver. I care for you.
Moji Jacobs, I love you, Moji darling. I need you, Moji darling. I care for
His father used to have the effect that Michael Jackson had on ladies. That's the effect that's the effect his father had on women around there. They just go crazy. And his father's name was apt. He was called Adeyemi. And women just go crazy. And that was when filmmaking around here was hard. That was how many years ago? That was what year?
Yeah, that was 83.
That's 1983.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you're here and you were born after 1983, don't be shy. Can I see your hand? 1983. Don't be shy. Raise your hands now. Madam, there's no, what year were you born? This was before your time. These were good movies. Absolutely fantastic movies. Great movies. And that was before the era of home videos. You had to go to the cinemas to see this. Yeah. And so did you grow up, were you old enough at that time to know your father like this, as this actor?
Well, I was because I remember going to that location. You know, they shot somewhere in Egbe. And, you know, Mukari happens to be in this film. He actually played my father's son. Okay. And then myself and some of my, you know, brothers and sisters are always, you know, doing our own gossip, asking why the man will never feature us. Why is he using Muka? Muka does not even look as, you know, I mean, doesn't look as much as.
Yeah, it doesn't look like your dad, so like some of you do.
You know, and but the man would say, no way, he doesn't want any of us. You know, he wanted us to really concentrate on education, and he wouldn't feature any of us. But so I was, of course, I was old, you know. So.
Oh, cool. Just a minute. Madam, you want to do something about this baby? There's a baby been crying here. Again, this is Tejube Face, who is nice, and people always bring babies to the show. And the babies now, when I don't give them things on time, the babies you thought could not talk, somehow talk. And this baby has been crying for attention since. Want to bet if I give that baby something, that baby will keep quiet? Would you like to bet? All right, madam, you're going in with a carton of lawyer milk. Some adults will start to cry now. Now watch, you find that child will keep quiet from now. Watch. You people, madam, I'm sure you were pinching the child. Oh yeah, suku. Oh yeah, cry, suku. All right, there we go. All right, cool. So, how old were you when your dad passed?
How old was I? He died in 96, December 30th, 1996.
Okay.
I'm trying to do the calculation.
So you were pretty. You're.
In fact, I was actually on tour with one of his films.
Okay.
Enyoku.
Okay.
And I was in Akure. I went on the 29th, and you know there was no GSM at that time.
No,
the man was sick, and he happens to die on the 30th, which was the day after I left home. Okay. But I didn't get to know until 1st of January, and I happened to see it in the newspaper.
Okay.
On my way back to.
Wow, how did that feel? Were you close to your dad?
Yes, I mean, Aloro Minche, he was the one that he said I should take film. I went to screen his film in Akure, to be precise. You know, and I was meant to get back home, you know, give him the balance from, you know, the screening and all that. Yeah. So I was already learning the trade, you know, of filmmaking at that time. All right, cool. Not making film, not learning how to make film, but how to handle the business side of it. You know, so, I mean, it was shocking. In fact, I was going to run mad, but they had to lock me, saying boot motor, so I don't jump down. Oh. You know, on my way back to Lagos. It was a sad story, but
I know, really. I know it's a sad story.
I mean, you know,
I know. Translation, your father has tribal marks. My reply, yes. He really booed.
My father had 6 as well. 3. So,
you know,
my father had more.
He had more, yes. So my question is, what would you have done? Because you have one-on-one. What would you have done if they had given you tribal marks?
Well, I'm sure I'll still have been a fine boy, you know, regardless, you know, because I'm sure then.
Because it's never too late.
Yeah, I know it's late now. It's late now, but really, it's a tradition, and I'm sure then, because from what my mother told me, you had to be rich to actually be able to afford doing some of those marks.
Excuse me. These things were put on your face because you had money. Okay.
See.
It would have been good to have been a poor man in those days.
No. It was a thing of joy. I mean, look at their generation. Those from Oyo, those from... I mean, look at Sonny Ade from Ondo.
Yeah.
He had this long one, and that is... It portrays you as a true son of the soil. Anybody who sees you will know that, okay, Sonny is from Ondo because he had that. Anybody who sees your popsi will know he's either from Ogbomoso or somewhere, around there.
Yeah.
Anybody who sees my father. So it's a form of identity, So for me, it's the best thing, one of the best things that has happened to Yoruba race. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I saw you after you made Figuring. I think that was the first one.
That was the second one.
That's the second one. Which one was?
Irapada was the first.
Irapada. Which one? We met at we're in a funeral. We're at a funeral place. We're at the cemetery.
Yeah. After that was Figuring. After Figuring.
Figuring. I think it was Kingsley's mother's.
Kingsley's, yeah.
And I was looking at you, and I was just amazed.
Yeah.
I said the things you go through to put this movie together, I can't imagine. You said to me that, well, you can't also imagine the things I go through to put this show together.
Yeah.
And I know it's, if what I go through is anything to go by, why do you do it?
Passion. That's it. I sleep, I drive, I dream, I eat film. So I doubt if I can do any other thing. I doubt if I can survive if I'm not telling African story. So all I have going for me is the fact that, we still have, what happens in our surroundings. We still have people who inspires us. We still have some of those things you remember. I also played on the street.
Not really. I went to Corona.
Oh, shit.
So,
we played, on the street. I was knocked down by cars like twice, in a Butemeta, but I'm still here standing and surviving. And some of those things, when you put them together, pick Tejo's story, pick Tunde Mitiye's story, pick Bengarenka's story, pick mine, join it together, you always have stories to tell. And, there's so many of them, unlimited, and we just have to tell them. So that is all I think about. The best way to portray Nigeria, the best way to portray Africa to the rest of the world. I think that is my major priority.
All right. Yeah. Very cool. Very nice. We're going to take a break right now. When we return with Kunle Afolayan, he's going to be joined by another movie guest. But before then, I'm well aware that in all of this, Kunle being the fine-looking, he's a good-looking guy, isn't he?
Emma, same.
Oh, burewa na dia osimbole. Osimbole na baba finkan. As good looking as he is, he brought his children to the studio. 2 beautiful kids. Where are they? Please put your hands together for them. I just like you to see this. Just look at them. Just look at these children. I can only say this in pidgin. So born picking not hungry. They're just so good looking. Sit down with daddy. Just sit down. They're just so. Well, actually, this one looks like his grandfather.
Yeah, exactly.
It's as if it was taken from inside his grandfather. What's his name? Can I have a microphone? Can I have a microphone from my people? Because I need to speak to these people. You know what? When we come back, I'll talk to the kids and you just hear just how Ajebota-ish they are. That is just a travesty of justice. Kunle seems to think that tribal marks are our heritage. Did you not hear him say it? And here there are no marks. So before we leave here, I'm going to call Afama. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to call Afama. So, I still have these beautiful children here, children of Kunle Afolayan here. So, Kunle, I don't need to see anything.
Okay.
You're just going to be the moderator. All right, the handsome gentleman there, what's your name?
My name is Dear Kolorioluwa.
Dear Kolorioluwa. Do you know what your name means? Do you know what your name means? Bang Bekini Silenu.
The glory of the God is very big.
The glory of God is very big. Fantastic. Who told you that, Daddy?
Let me go home.
You want Even I don't know it. Okay, dear. So what do they call you for short? I mean, everybody doesn't call you dear Colorado. What do they call you when they want to call you for short?
Dear Kola.
Dear Kola. Okay, that's beautiful. African name. That's cool. How old are you?
I'm 6 years old.
6 years old. Kule, what are you feeding these children? Children who live around here have no right to look this good. I mean, am I the only one who wants a son all of a sudden? All right, so let's talk to your sister, my dear. How are you?
Fine.
Fine. What's your name?
Adeyemi Afolayan.
Darasimi. Okay, so what's the full name?
Adeyemi Afolayan.
Darasimi Afolayan. I mean, you know, before we go on, you need to put your hands together for their parents. I mean, can you hear beautiful African names? Where did you people come up with all these names you name children these days? Zara, Michelle, Ashley. What's wrong with all of us all of a sudden? Have you heard those names when you go for namings now? Everybody now is now Bryant. Everybody is now Monique. Have you heard it, Kunle? Ridiculous. Could you say that again so that you were the one that said it and not me?
No, I'm just saying, I remember we had a neighbor whose dog, one of the dogs was called, I don't know, maybe Zara, some, and I'm wondering, okay, why?
Yes, now, because you name your child Michael, and people call their dogs Michael as well. Not say that Michael is wrong. You go with Bryant, because Michael is actually a biblical name. Maybe that's cool. But you go with Bryant, you go with Chloe, and you go somewhere, and somebody say, Chloe, and you're looking around. All right, so, that's me. How old are you?
5 years old.
Cool. So you are older than she is. Do you guys fight? Is he a cool brother?
Never.
They don't fight.
You know which one is never, that you are not cool or that you don't fight?
We don't fight.
You don't fight. All right. So you share all your toys with her.
What about your bow?
Oh, Egba Yoruba. I'm getting more enraptured by the minute. Ogbo Yoruba dada. Benny. That's fantastic. So, Taluman saw Yoruba singing.
Baba mi.
Baba, this. I'm loving. Because you make Kunle sound like an old man. Is that Baba mi? Very nice, cool young man. So when you grow up, what do you want to be?
A lawyer.
You want to be a lawyer? You don't want to be an actor. You don't want to be an actor. We don't know yet. all right. That's it. When you grow up, what you want to be?
A doctor.
A doctor and a lawyer. You know what? I had those same dreams. Wait until you start physics. Wait until you start physics and biology. You will say I said so. You say I said so. Okay, so what's your best food?
My best food is Indomie.
Indomie noodles, wonderful. I thought you'd never say. Before we go, both of you of the Afolayan household, you're going on both of you with 5 cartons of Indomie noodles, okay? We'll bring it for you. Before we go, okay? And to wash it down, you're also going home with 5 cartons of Gossi water. Okay, Gossi water, 5 cartons. All right, very cool. So, guys, I need for Daddy to walk just a little bit. So I'll take you back to your seats right now. Then before we go, I'll bring you up. Please put your hands together for them. Fantastic children. Brother, just so to Momo Dili. Oh, ribai. Mbolo ti ra àwọn ọmọ yìí.
nìkan lólùbẹ̀wò ayé mi o àti lọ àti bọ̀ mi.